Hi everyone. I think many of us worry about underinforming our reader. We have this instinct where we want to make sure they have everything they need. And what a great instinct, right? But you know what's getting really unpopular these days is not actually underinforming, but overinforming. I've been guilty of it myself. I'm an explainer. You may have done the same thing when you're emailing someone and you're trying your best to share all the information they need. And yet, writing is a balancing act, right? We don't want too little, but we certainly don't want too much. And these days, I think people are more worried when they get too much. And we typically stop reading when we see a wall of text. So if your emails tend to be very detailed, here's a tactic you can use. Look at every detail you're about to share and decide honestly, maybe I want to say all of these. But does my reader literally need this one right now, this one right now, this one right now? And if they don't, we're going to put off some of the details till the next go round. And in some cases, if you're like me, I will often discover I was about to include things that they really didn't need at all. Okay, so let's look at an example, and I'll warn you, it looks bad, right? I worked with a wonderful training director who emailed her boss to say basically, hey, supervisors, there were multiple, I want to add some courses. She told me that she included all the pertinent info, but even when we look here at these 10 items, it's a little bit like, hey, are you really ready to read 10 items? So she sent an email months ago trying to advocate for these new classes, and she included all of this. Very well researched and thought out. Well, what happened was she got 0 responses. We talked about this now, later, never idea, and she went through and kind of combed through the content, and let's see what she ended up with, and then I'll tell you how her story turned out. So she resubmitted the email after doing this. She decided that there were a few, 3 things that were for now, and then in the pink 4 that were for later, and then in the green, she realized, I care about how many students are in the class, who I'm going to hire to teach them, and how long they'll be. But the people deciding on whether we have the budget for new courses just don't need those details. So she did a now, later, never analysis, resent her email, and it looked kind of like this. Her first email just included, I'd like to advocate new topics. Here they are, why we need them, and how they'll impact us. She plans then to offer these other 4 in her follow-up if they reply. And guess what? She told me that they did, faster than ever before. So the lesson there is when we're trying really hard to be helpful by explaining, sometimes it actually overwhelms and we end up waiting on a reply. So before you send that detailed email, check through your details. Does my reader need this detail now? Do they need it later? Or do they actually need it never? If I'm being honest, right? Check it out. Try it out. Let me know how it goes in the comments, and we'll talk soon. Thanks for being here.